Welcome to Carolina Moments. This is a YouTube channel where we discuss about life conversations, and we usually have a tagline whereby we say life is a journey, walk in it. And today I'm in Cardiff, the capital city of Wales, one of the kingdoms out of the 4 kingdoms that make a United Kingdom. You know, do you remember the others? Put it down in your comment. So I want to welcome each and everyone who is coming here for the very first time to join us, and we want to appreciate you. Please subscribe, comment, like, turn on all your notifications, and remember that here is a home where we discuss about life conversations. We also want to thank you if you're coming here for the second time or severally as one of our subscribers. We don't take it for granted that you always find a chance and a moment to be able to come and join us. And I'm on the streets of Cardiff, as I said, in Wales, and I'm near the stadium. This is the stadium, and maybe I'm just going to rotate my camera and show you exactly about. So I'm just rotating my camera, and that's the name. You can see they're even using their Welsh. I don't know whether it's Welsh or Welsh. Yeah, the language that is used here in Wales. Yeah, you can see stadium is spelled in Stadium. That stadium, at least I can tell. Principality, I don't know what it means, whether it means the principal or the main stadium, and that stadium. Yeah, so you can see that they are showing the gates. We have gate 3, and the gate, you can see the spelling in Welsh, gate 3 and gate 2 from where I'm shooting from. So that's where we are, and this is the crossover of the traffic light, and I'm just going to come back and continue with our story. So as I was passing near the stadium, there's something that I remembered that I thought about. There's this video that was going on in the, yeah, that's the stadium, was going on. I saw it in the social media, and it preached to me. It was a race that was being held by children, and the parents were cheering, and there was even a commentator of that race for children, and they were crawlers, you know, they were toddlers. None of them was walking, and I'm going to share that video so that you can watch with me. And yeah, so the toddlers, they were being cheered by their parents, like they were starting from the start line, just like adults we do in races. So they were on the start line, and their parents were to meet with them on the finishing line, and that's where they were. So when I saw this stadium, I was thinking, oh, I should share with you, because that story just crossed my mind, because it was in a stadium. So they were lined up. Actually, they had a tag on their backs. You know, those children had their tags on their back. Then there was a commentator who was cheering them, and then as competitors, their parents were on the other side at the finish line. So what was interesting, the children were running, toddling, like they were crawling. So they were crawling, and you would see them walk, crawling, why am I saying walking? Crawling on their fours, and they were heading towards the finishing line. As they were doing that, their parents were cheering them on, and there were 3 children are the ones that I remember in my mind. So one was towards the finishing line. That child was crawling so fast, you would see the efforts as the commentator was cheering them. Went just towards the finishing line, saw the parent and stopped. When they stopped, the parent kept on trying to motivate this toddler to join, but the child could not go to the finish line. So there was another also second toddler who came and kept on also moving forward and crawling and crawling. And when they reached also the finishing line, the parent was there trying to cheer them up to come to the finishing line. They didn't. My goodness, there's a third toddler who is the one that I'm thinking kept on coming. They didn't even take a lot of time like the first 2. So kept on moving so quickly. And when they reached towards the end of the touchline, you know, the finishing line that had been set, they realized the other 2 were stuck. I would see the curiosity. They looked around, they touched it, and they just splinted, like they just moved and went to the crossing line, and they won. So this one teaches me about some of the things that we do in life. We could be like those 3 children. Sometimes we start our journey with enthusiasm, and it's a journey of maybe it's our life where we are at. We may start so well. We may have very good plans of finishing well, but something happens as we keep on moving on. We don't go to the touchlight. We are distracted. Yeah, maybe something happens. Maybe we get ill, or maybe we get broke, or maybe we don't have the monies that we were meant to be having, and our journey just stops. Or maybe we get sick, or something just happens. Or in our life, we get other things that are distracting us. Maybe career-wise, you get sacked, or your spouse dies, or which changes your status and maybe your financial status, or your child becomes just a rowdy child, which distracts you and gives you pain. And just before you reach and attain your goal, you find yourself stopping like the first child, the first toddler who went almost towards the touchline, almost towards becoming the winner and obtaining their goal, and they couldn't. Then you go, maybe you're like the second one who was coming out very quickly. Maybe you started very well. By the age of 20, you're on your career path now. After uni, you're at university, most probably at 20, yeah. And then you're thinking after 20, you're going to get into your career. Maybe you're telling yourself by 23, 24, you're going to already be working. By 26, 27, you have maybe the first master's, the second degree. And then maybe by 30, you have a family, maybe a child or two. Everybody has dreams. And then it doesn't happen. Something as maybe you look around and you see all the challenges of winning, all the challenges of doing what you want, and you don't complete your journey and you get stuck. I think the challenge is when you look around at all the challenges, because this second child, I think what happened is thinking, because they never told me. Remember, it's a video, I'm trying to analyze it. I might be wrong. That's why I want you, when you see the video, I want you to bring your thoughts. But I think on seeing the first one was stuck, this child, we see them just sitting down. They were on their foot crawling towards the finish line, but they just sat and they looked around and they decided to join the first one and sat. But this third baby who was crawling just came crawling as were being. The same commentator was cheering this child and telling them, oh, keep on, come on, come on. And as they saw the touchline and their parent, to me, this is where the story is. They just seized the moment and they crossed the line and they won it. So in spite of them having started very late, having started as number 3 in that race, they were able to crawl and go all the way to the end. So this is what I'm thinking. There are so many times in our journeys where we start something and we don't get to accomplish just because of the distractions. Or maybe you want to copy the other person and maybe you're copying them for the wrong mistakes, for the wrong things they're doing. Like the second child, imagining maybe it is any other adult. You are copying, trying to copying someone who is doing the wrong things. Maybe even how they are getting their wealth is through dubious means. Maybe they are stealing or just corruption or something, and you want to copy them so that you can be like them. And imagine that is a wrong vibe. That is a wrong thing you're doing. But this one came slowly, the third one came slowly all the way to the end until when they were able to see the finishing line to attain their goal. Because remember, when maybe they saw their child, their parent, the confidence that pumped up through their veins was so much, and they were able to go through all the way to finish the line. And you know what? They're the ones who won. So in life, it doesn't matter how you might be delayed in whatever your goals, in whatever you want to do, but may we be like that child, that in spite of everybody having come to the touchline and giving up, we will not give up. We will keep on going, keep on pushing until we meet and attain our goals. Because this child is my motivation tonight. Could you have been somewhere in life where you feel like giving up? Don't give up. This race, it's not for the fastest. Time and chance happens to us all. Stick to your guns, run your race, do not be distracted. Keep on moving. Just like in this stadium, there'll be so many races, there'll be so many events going on. And if you are registered to come and do a race of 100 meters, you will not join the marathoners. You will not join the 1500 meters. And even if you do 15 meters, maybe it's a relay, you will not do the hurdles. You will not do maybe marathon. Everybody has what they've been registered for and have their purposes. Do not copy anybody's purpose. Yes, you can be motivated by someone else and wish you are using or following up, you know, the way we say mentors or sometimes role models. Yeah, it's good to have some. I also have some, but I don't compete with them. I can get some points from them. I can get some areas that I'm encouraged to also look at it. Because that first child, when you look at the first child, they were coming very well. Actually, they moved very quickly all the way to touchline to finish and attain their goals of winning. Even their parent was there, the commentator is there, everybody's cheering them up. I don't know what they saw. They just stopped. Could you be behaving like that first child? You're almost attaining your goal, you're almost there, but maybe you see distraction. You look at the giants in the land, you know, like for those ones who are Christians, there's this story in the Bible of the 12 men who were sent to go and spy the land. When they went, the 10 who came back to bring the report that they were sent, they gave negative report. All of the 12 went. And they went to the land they were spying. But the 10, their report was negative. Yes, they said, oh, they saw fruit, they saw what was happening in that land, it's a good land to be, but they said, but we saw the giants, you know? And when we saw them, we looked like grasshoppers in their eyes. Remember, nobody told them they were grasshoppers. They felt and they looked at themselves and they felt like they were grasshoppers. But there are these two men who encouraged me in that story, Joshua and Caleb. Them, in spite of all these giants, in spite of all the challenges that were there, they never reported about them like they said, but you know what? They saw the fruit. They saw the fruit of the land. They saw it's a land that is fruitful and it's a land they can conquer. Why? Because they believed in the one who is a conqueror. I think it's the same. In life, we will see things that will distract us and we will make us feel like giving up. But how about being like that baby? That baby? At times I've watched that video so many times until I feel like I know them. Like it's children, if I saw them, I would hug them. I would be one of the ones cheering them on. Because in life, we need cheerleaders. We need people who can cheer us up. We need people who can give us positive vibes. Do you know at times you can even be having friends who are pulling you down? Do you know you can be having colleagues who are pulling you down? Do you know you can have neighbors or even sometimes your own family members may be pulling you down? You need people who can cheer you on, who can tell you it is well, you can make it, keep on going. Because that child, the third baby as a toddler, kept on coming. When they saw their parent and towards the touchline, they finished and they won. This video is just to encourage you that tonight, this morning, this afternoon, whatever time you're watching, may you be encouraged. Don't give up. Just like in this stadium here, Cardiff Stadium here in Wales, what it is there are so many gates that people will use to go in. As you look here, we can be able, let me try. We can be able to see gate 2 and gate 3. I don't know whether this clear. It's a little bit more for me, but there's a gate 2 and a gate 3. I don't know whether you can be able to see. I know there are buses there, but I think you can be able to see. I'm just trying to rotate blindly because of the glare of the sun. It's a little bit sunny here. So if you look at it, everybody has an avenue of getting into that stadium. But the competitors themselves, remember, everybody has a race. Some of them are even doing maybe the sport. Some of them maybe are just swimming. Some of them could be doing field events like javelin throwing. Some of them, it could be just footballers. And if they're footballers, they will not do volleyball. What I'm saying is, this story of the stadium has spoken unto me. This world, it's like a stadium. Everybody has their gifting, has their talent. Nobody can take it away from you. There's no need of being jealous or feeling like you want to copy anyone. Find your path. Walk it through. Just make sure you know your purposes in this world, because God never created us empty. Everybody has their purpose. That is why you realize even career-wise, there are people who are good teachers, some are good accountants, Some are good just mechanics, some are just artistic. They're very good in maybe drawing or architectural, or the science, the engineers, the doctors, the pilots who love machines. So do not copy anyone. Run your race to win the medal, to win the prize. So I want to welcome you. Don't give up. And for those ones who are coming for the first time, I welcome you again to subscribe to Carol Moments, where we have live conversations and where we say life is a journey, walk in it. And remember to share our videos. For those ones who have been, thank you very much. Keep it right here. We are going to continue with our conversations. See you. Bye. Bye for now.